Good evening, students. How are you all? So, in the last class, we have started that coordinate geometry, and we have done two major topics in that one. One was the distance formula, and second one was the area of the triangle. And so, let us start practicing some of the questions from the distance formula and the area of triangle. So, the distance formula which we have done was that if there are 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2, then the distance between these 2 points is given by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This was the distance formula, and the second formula which we have done was the area of the triangle when the three coordinate of the three vertices are given. Let's say if these are the three vertices, A has the vertices this one, B has the vertices x2, y2, and C has the vertex x3, y3. Then area of triangle ABC was given by half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. So this was the area of triangle. So these were the two major formulas which we have discussed in the last class. So let's start with the question. So the question is, try this question. If there are three vertices, 8, 1, k, minus 4, and 2, minus 5. These are the three vertices. You have to find the value for k so that these points are collinear. Try this one, all of you. So collinear means, let me tell you once again, collinear means when all the 3 points are lying on the same line. That you mean by collinear. And the condition you can apply in collinear is that the area of triangle formed by these 3 points should be 0. This is the condition which you can apply for collinear point. Either to check whether the points are collinear or not, or to find one of the unknown value like we have to do over here. So equate the area of triangle to be equal to 0. Hi Presidency College, how are you? That's a college. Good evening. Try this question, all of you. That's a college. Try this question. Find the value of k so that the 3 points are collinear. Give your responses fast. So in Shillong Center only one student is present. Have you done this question? No? Why? You can sit there on the chat box. Were you present in the last class, Shillong? Oh, then you are not able to do this. Okay, let me tell you how it is done. So the area for the triangle, this is the formula for the area of the triangle, you can see, and you can consider these points as x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So what you have to do basically, just substitute these values in this formula area of the triangle. And since these points are collinear, so we'll say these points are collinear means they are on the same line. If they are on the same line, it means the area of the triangle formed by these 3 points would be 0. There will be no such triangle. So what you have to do, we have to just equate the area of triangle to be equal to 0. So we can substitute the values in the formula, half of x1, which is 8, y2 minus y3, so minus 4 minus of minus 5, plus x2, which is k, y3 minus y1, minus 5 minus 1, plus x3, which is 2, and y1 minus y2, 1 minus of minus 4. So this is the thing, this is the first, and this is equal to 0. Now this 1 by 2 as it is. So minus 4, this will become plus 5. Minus 4 plus 5 is 1. 1 into 8 is 8. This will be minus 6k. And this will be 1 plus 4, which is 5. 5 times 2, which is 10. I have just done the simplification part. Now you can simplify. This 2 will multiply by 0, that will become 0. And this is 8 plus 10, which is 18 minus 6k, that is equal to 0. So you can consider 18 is equal to 6k and k is equal to 3. So this is the value for k. All of you got it? Sisipur, Tetso, Presidency, Kohima, and Shillong, you got it? If you got it, raise your hand. All of you got this question? Okay. Now try this question. You have to find the distance between 2 points. If the points are like 5 comma minus 7 and 3 comma minus 4. So let me tell you once again, to find the distance between 2 points, the 2 coordinates should be given. So this is the coordinate 1, 5 comma minus 7, and this is the coordinate 2, 3 comma minus 4. Let's say these are x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. So distance is given by square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And now we can just substitute the values, x2 minus x1, which is 3 minus 5 whole square, and minus 4 minus of minus 7. So this will be equivalent to 3 minus 5, which is minus 2. Minus 2 whole square is 4. Minus 4, this will become plus 7. Minus 4 plus 7 is 3, and 3 square is 9. So that will be square root of 13. That is the distance between these 2 points. This was the thing we have done. These are the very basic questions which we have done in the last class. Sisipur, you got this thing? Okay. Now try one more question to find the area for quadrilateral. How you will find area of quadrilateral? You know that quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure, or you can say it is made up of two triangles if you draw one of the diagonal. So in general, suppose if this is the quadrilateral, right? And the coordinates are given, the four coordinates of the four vertices are given to you, and we have to find the area for this quadrilateral. So using the same formula, how we can do, you can draw one of the diagonal, like this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So these are the four vertices A, B, C, D, and either you can draw the diagonal AC or BD. Let us say we are drawing the diagonal AC. Now you can see when we are drawing the diagonal AC, so it is getting divided into two parts. So one is triangle ABC and second is triangle ACD. So what you can do, if the coordinates are given, you can find the area for both the triangles separately and then you can add them up. Right? This is the way in which you can find the area for the quadrilateral. So try this one. So area of the quadrilateral, vertices taken in order are minus 4, comma minus 2, then minus 3, comma minus 5, then we have 3, comma minus 2, and then 2, comma 3. So these are the vertices. So try to find the area for this one. Coordinates of the four vertices are given. So try to find the area for both the triangles and then add them up. All of you, please try this. If you need help, just let me know. CC4, are you getting this? How to do? Okay, okay. Do this. And take care of the calculation, because a little mistake of minus sign will change the entire question. Tetso College, Presidency College, are you getting this? How to do? Okay, okay, do it, do it. Find the area for the two triangles and then just add them up. Right, CC4, that's the correct answer. Very good. The area, the final area should be 28. That's right, CC4. Area for the quadrilateral is 28. It's a easy one. All of you should get 28. Just find the area for the two triangles. Okay, so we'll take a break of 5 minutes over here, and then we'll start our scheduled class at 4 o'clock. Okay, welcome back, students. So, now we have to start our third section of this chapter, which is the section formula. So, we have discussed two things, area of triangle and the distance formula. The third section of this chapter is the section formula, in which we will learn like when a point is dividing a line segment, so in what ratio that point is dividing the line segment. We have to discuss these types of questions over here. Okay, so let us learn about this section formula, like what it is and how we are going to use it. So suppose in the section formula, what we will be having, suppose there is a line and the endpoints of the line segment are A having the coordinates x1, y1 and B having the coordinates x2, y2. Now they will give that there is some point P on this line segment and between A and B. So there is some point P on this line segment between A and B. So let us say the point P is lying over here, having the coordinates x, y. Now when we place the point on this line segment, what this point will do? It will divide this line into two parts. One part is this AP and one part is this PB. So we have to find in what ratio, what is the ratio of AP is to PB, in what ratio this point P is dividing the line segment AB. So let us say this is dividing this in the ratio of M ratio N. So these are the four things over here, the ratio M ratio N, the coordinates of A, coordinates of B and coordinates of P. What is the relationship between all these four things? That we will discuss in the section formula. So it means out of the four things, if three are given, we can find the fourth one. So here AP is to PB, this ratio is M upon N. So we have to link all of them. Now there are two cases in this one. First case, when you can see that point P is lying inside A and B, between A and B it is lying. So this is called internal division. When the point P lies inside this one, that is called internal division. So since it is internal, so second case would be external division, in which the story goes like this. A and B are 2 points of the end points of the line segment. Now this time point P is lying on this line segment, but not between A and B, outside A and B, but it will be on this line segment. So let's say if we extend this one, so let's say point P is lying over here. It is lying outside of A and B, but on the same line. This time also, so when P is dividing, here also the ratio of AP, from here to here, AP is to PB. So the ratio of AP is to PB, that is again going to be M by N. This is M and this is N. Now this time point P is dividing AB into AP and PB, or in the ratio of M is to N, by staying outside the line segment. So this is called, this type of division is called external division. So here point P is lying outside the line segment and then it is dividing. In the first case, point P was lying inside the point A and B and that was dividing. So that was called internal division, and then this is called the external division. Again, same story is over here. The coordinates of A is x1, y1, coordinates of B is x2, y2, and coordinates of P is x, y. And now, what is the relationship between coordinates of A, B, P and the ratio M and N? That we will discuss in section formula, both the things, the internal division and the external division. So let us derive the formula for this one, how we can relate all of them. So we can consider this one. Let's say this is the xy axis and the points are like this. A over here, B over here. A has the points x1, y1, and B has the point x2, y2. Let's say P is over here having the point x comma y. If we draw a line parallel to x-axis from A, it will go like this, and from P also parallel to x-axis, it will be like this. And from B and P, we have to draw the perpendicular lines. So it will be like perpendicular to x-axis or parallel to y-axis, we can say. It will be like this. So here also this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. Let's say this point is C and this point is D. Now we have to see, we have two triangles over here, triangle APC and triangle PBD. These two triangles are similar. By similar, what do we mean by similar? We mean to say that both the triangles are having the same set of angles, like this angle C and angle D are 90 degree. Angle A and angle P are equal by corresponding angle, since PD and PAC are parallel to each other. Similarly, angle this P and this B, these are also equal. So by since the angles of two triangles are equal, so triangles are similar. And in these similar triangle, what we have, we are having the ratio of sides are equal in similar triangles. So now we have to find the sides. So in terms of side, we can say that the length of AP is M, the ratio, and PB is N. To get the distance of AC and PD, AC is the horizontal one. So by horizontal, we mean we have to consider the distances in terms of x only. The coordinate, the C, so if we have to find the distance from A to C, we have to see what is the distance of the point C from the y-axis, which is distance x, since this part is completely x and this part is x1. So distance AC is nothing but x minus x1. In the same way, the distance PD, the D is at a distance of x2 from y-axis and P is at a distance of x from y-axis. So distance PD is given by x2 minus x. Now the vertical distances, BD. The height of B is nothing but y2 and the height of D is y. So this will be y2 minus y, only this distance. And similarly, the distance PC, this distance will be x minus x1, y minus y1, since it is a vertical one, so y minus y1. So now we have all the three sides of both the triangles, so we can relate them. Since they are similar to each other, ratio of sides are equal. So ratio means ratio of corresponding sides is same. So AP upon PB, that is equal to AC upon PD, that is equal to PC upon BD. Now we just have to substitute the values and then we have to simplify. So AP is noted by small m, PB is denoted by small n, AC is x minus x1, PD is x2 minus x, PC y minus y1, and BD y2 minus y. So what I have done, I have just substituted the values over here. Now we can make two cases from here, relationship of Mn with only x and relationship of Mn with only y. So we can consider two cases. Two cases would be like this. In the first case, we will equate these two, and in the second case, we will equate these two. So in the first case, when m upon n is equal to x minus x1 over x2 minus x, so we can, what we can do, we can cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, that will be m times x2 minus m times x, that is equal to n times x minus n times x1. I have done the cross multiplication, and my aim is to find the value for x. So what I will do, take this nx1 on the left hand side. So mx2 plus nx1 is equal to nx plus mx. mx2 plus nx1 is equal to m plus n. So x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 over m plus n. This is the coordinate of x, or you can say the coordinate of point x, coordinate of the point P. It is given by mx2 plus nx1 over m plus n. This is the first formula. And same goes for this y also. If you equate this m upon n with y minus y1 over y2 minus y and do the cross multiplication, you will get the things like this: m y2 minus my is equal to ny minus n y1. So you can transpose them taking ny1 on the left hand side. So my2 plus ny1 is equal to ny plus my. So again you can say y is equal to my2 plus ny1 over m plus n. So this is the relationship of y with y1, y2 and mn. These two formulas are known as the section formula. Note down this one and let me know if it is clear till now. Any doubt till now? Kohima, Sisipur, Presidency, Shillong, Tetso. Any doubt till now? Sisipur, you are having doubt? Which doubt you are having? Sisipur, are you having doubt, or have you written no doubt, or you are having doubt? Presidency? Okay. Okay. So Presidency College, I am repeating this thing. So as in the diagram, I have just made the diagram like this. Okay, let me repeat it once. So this is the diagram. So I have point A over here. This is point B over here. And so this is point P. So basically, point P is dividing the line segment AB in the ratio of m ratio n. This is the ratio m and this is the ratio n. Now what we have to do using this formula, we just have to equate all the four things, how they are related to each other. So what I have done, I have made the perpendicular from point C and from point B, and then I have made the horizontal line like this. So these are the two triangles, APC and PBD, these two triangles. Now since in these two triangles all the angles are equal, if all the angles are equal, like this angle is 90 degree, this is equal, this is angle is equal to this angle, which is the corresponding angle, and angle P is also equal to angle B, which is again by the law of corresponding angle, since the lines are parallels. Now in these two triangles, since these two triangles are similar, so what we have done, we have just equated the ratio of sides. So when writing the ratio of sides, make sure that in the numerator I have written only the sides of one triangle, and in the denominator of all the three equalities I have written the sides of only the second triangle. So AP, which is hypotenuse, AP over PB, AC, which is the base over base, and PC is the perpendicular, which is upon perpendicular BD. Now I have just substituted the values. In place of AP and PB, I can write M and N. AC is nothing but the horizontal distance. Now in case of this horizontal distance, AC, the distance of point C from the y-axis is same as the point P, which is x, and distance of A from y-axis is x1. So if you do the subtraction of these two, we will get this distance, x minus x1. I have substituted in place of AC, I have put x minus x1, Same goes with PD also, distance of D minus distance of P. Distance of P is x2 and distance of P is x, so x2 minus x. Same goes for vertical one, y minus y1 over y2 minus y. Now I have just equated by two equations. M upon n is equated with x thing and m upon n is equated with y thing. So on simplification, we are getting these. X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 over m plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 over m plus n. These two formulas are known as section formula. Is this clear, Presidency College? Presidency, is this clear? Okay. Now, in order to learn these formulas, how you can learn? Just do this thing. Whenever it is written like this, I am explaining, Senapati. This is the line. So whenever this is point A, this is point B, and let's say this is point P, and ratio is m ratio n. So what you have to do, you have to just multiply the ratio of m to the right side coordinate and n ratio to the left side coordinate in terms of cross like this. So this is, let's say, x2 y2 and this is x1 y1. So m should be multiplied on the right side coordinate of x2 and n should be multiplied on the left side coordinate. So whatever is ratio on the left, that ratio is multiplied with the right coordinate, and whatever is ratio on the right, that should be multiplied on the left coordinate. So mx2 plus nx1 over sum of the ratio, which is m plus n. Same goes for y, m into y2 and n into y1. So m by 2 plus n y1 over m plus n. So directly you can learn like this. So x comma y is equal to this thing. X and y are the coordinates of point P. So here you can relate it like this. Senapati, you are having doubt the internal and external division. See, basically internal and external division means when the point P is lying in between the two coordinates, in between the line AB, then we will say that point P dividing the line AB into two parts by lying internally. And the external division means when the point P is still on the same line, but it is not between A and B, it is on the outskirts of A and B. It is on the, like away from A and B, but it is on the same line, like when A, P, B are collinear. In both the cases, all the 3 points, A, P, B should be collinear, but in the first case, point P was lying in between AB, and in the second case, point B was lying outside AB. So when it is lying outside AB, that is known as the external division. I hope this is clear. So let us do one quick question on that one based on the formula itself. So try this question. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of -1, 7 and 4, -3. These are the 2 points, let's say A and B, and there is a point P which is dividing in ratio of 2:3. So you have to find the coordinates of point P. Try this. Just make the diagram like this. So what we will do, okay, let me solve this thing for you. Then you can do the next, starting from the next one. So just draw a line like this first. A and B. Coordinates of A -1, 7. Coordinates of B 4, -3. And point P is over here. It is not mentioned whether it is inside or outside. So by default, we will take it as inside. And because it is given in the ratio. So if we got the answer as negative, then it is outside. So point P, we have to find the coordinate. The ratio is 2:3. So this part is 2 and this part is 3. So now to get the coordinates of point P, for x coordinate, we have to multiply the left ratio with the right thing. So 2 multiplied by 4, and plus 3 multiplied by minus 1 upon sum of ratio, which is 2 plus 3. Same goes for y. 2 multiplied by minus 3, the 2 left side ratio multiplied with the right side y value. 2 multiplied by minus 3 plus 3 multiplied by 7 over 2 plus 3. So this will become 8 minus 3, which is 5, 5 over 5, which is 1. This will become minus 6 and plus 21. So 21 minus 6 is 15, 15 upon 5 is 3. So coordinates of point P is 1, 3. So that is in this way we can figure out the values. I hope this question is clear. Presidency. A direct straightforward question is there. We just have to substitute the values. Shillong, Sisipur, Tatso, Kohima. Is this question clear? How to find the point which is dividing the given point in the ratio? When the ratio is given and 2 points are given, we have to find the coordinates of that point. Presidency, you got it? Okay, Kohima Center, what I have done, I have just taken the values, like this was given, point A was given and point B was given. The coordinates of both the points are given. It says that these 2 points are divided by point P in the ratio 2:3. So we have to find the coordinates of point P. So by writing in this diagram form, A is over here at this end, B is over here at this end. So point P is over here. It is dividing in the ratio 2 on the left and 3 on the right. So to get the coordinates of point P by using the section formula, what we have to do, just multiply the left ratio with the right side x value and right ratio with the left side x value. So 2 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by minus 1 upon m plus n, sum of the ratio, which is 2 plus 3. So if you simplify this one, 2 into 4 is 8, 8 minus 3 is 5, 5 over 5, that would be 1. Same goes for y coordinate, left ratio multiplied by the right side y value. So 2 multiplied by minus 3, which you can see over here, and 3 multiplied by 7 upon 2 plus 3. So this is minus 6 plus 21, which is 15. 15 over 5 is 3. So this is the coordinates of point P, 1, 3. I hope, Kohima, this is clear to you right now. Okay, now this was the internal division. So if we talk about the external division, so for the internal division, we got the formulas like this. Internal division, if point P is dividing the internally, then the coordinates of P are mx2 plus nx1. You can note down this again, over m plus n, and m by 2 plus n by 1 over m plus n. So this is the internal division. If we talk about the external division, so just replace the plus sign in this formula with the minus sign, and the derivation is same. You can do the same diagram you can make by taking the P outside the triangle and then by making the triangles, and do the same thing, make the triangle similar and equate the ratio of sides. So here only wherever is the plus sign we will replace this by minus sign. So mx2 minus nxy1 over m minus n, and same my2 minus ny1 over m minus n. So this is the this is the formula for the external division. Now there is a special case special case says what happens if point P is lying between A and B, but it is lying exactly at the center. When P is exactly between A and B. So if it is exactly between A and B, it means that will divide A and B. This is A, this is B, and this is P. So if it is exactly between A and B, so we'll say that it is dividing equally. So the ratio is 1:1. So if the ratio is 1:1, if you put the 1:1 in the general formula in place of M and N, you will get the value for P. The coordinates of P would be, just replace M by 1 and N by 1. X2 plus X1 divided by 2, Y2 plus Y1 divided by 2. That is called the midpoint formula also. When the two coordinates are given, we have to find the coordinate for the central value, the coordinates of the point P, which is exactly between that one. So this is called the midpoint formula. I hope this is clear. So these three formulas are there in the section formula. Any doubt till now? Okay, very good. So just note down this question. Okay, so try this question now. Find the coordinates So it says that there is a line segment which joins the points 4, -1 and -2, -3. Question says find the coordinates of point of trisection. Trisection means this line segment will be divided into 3 equal parts. So you have to find, so to divide it into 3 equal parts, you will require 2 points over there. So you have to find the coordinates of those 2 points. So let me help you in the diagram also. Let's say this is A and this is B are the endpoints. So since we are trisecting it, so there must be 2 points. Let's say one is over here and one is over here. So this is, let's say this is P and this is Q. And since P and Q are equally dividing the line segment to 3 equal parts, so the ratio would be 1:1:1. So it means if you are considering point P, you have to find the coordinates of point P. So if you are considering point P, it means P alone itself is dividing the complete line segment into 1:2, one part on the left side and 2 parts on the right side. So for P, it is dividing the line in the ratio of 1:2, right? Similarly, if you consider point Q, on the left side of Q, you can see 2 parts are there, and on the right side of Q is 1 part is there. So Q is dividing the line segment in the ratio of 2:1. So now for point P, you know the ratio. You know the value for endpoints of A and endpoints of B. So find the coordinates of P and Q. Try this, all of you. And if you need any help, just let me know if you are having difficulty in solving this one. Although it's a straightforward, I have solved 30% of that one, only the calculation part is there. Okay, Presidency College, we just have to, substitute the values in the formula. Like, okay, Senapati, you are getting answer 2 comma minus 5 by 3 and 0 comma minus 7 by 3. That's right, Senapati. Okay, now let me solve this question. So what we have to do, just understand, let us take this one as x1, y1 and this one as x2, y2. Coordinates of point P, let's us take x comma y. So now this time we have to find the value for x comma y. This point P is dividing the line in the ratio of 1:2. So the ratio is 1:2. So according to the section formula, left ratio would be multiplied by the right side x value and right ratio would be multiplied by the left side x value. So on the left it is 1. So 1 will get multiplied with this x2. So 1 will get multiplied with x2. So x2 is nothing but minus 2 plus on the right side of P it is 2 parts, 2 ratios are there. So 2 will get multiplied with x1. So 2 multiplied by 4 over 1 plus 2. Similarly for y, 1 multiplied by the right side y value. So 1 multiplied right side y value is minus 3 and 2 parts on the right hand side. So 2 multiplied by the left side y value, which is minus 1 over 1 plus 2. So if you are going to solve this one, this will become 8 minus 2, which is 6 over 3, which is 2, minus 3 minus 2, which is minus 5 by 3. So this is the coordinate of point P. In the same way, if we have to find the coordinate of point Q, which is x comma y, so again we can say now this time Q is dividing the line in the ratio of 2:1, 2 for the left side and 1 for the right side. So the ratio, first ratio, left side ratio is 2 multiplied by the right side x value, which is minus 2. So 2 multiplied by minus 2 plus right ratio is 1 multiplied by the left side x value, which is 4 over 2 plus 1. Similarly, for the y case, 2 multiplied by right side y value, which is minus 3, plus 1 multiplied by the left side x value, which is minus 1, divided by 2 plus 1. So if you are going to solve this one, this will become 4 and minus 4, that would be 0, and 0 upon 3 is 0. This is minus 6 and minus 7, so minus 6 and minus 1, that is minus 7, so minus 7 divided by 3. So this is the coordinate of P and this is the coordinate of Q. These are the points which are dividing, which are trisecting the line segment AB. Is this clear now, Presidency College? Shillong, Kohima, Sisipur, give your responses. Okay. Okay, very good. Now let us try this question now. So right now what we have done, we have found the coordinates of point P in which it is dividing the point P which is dividing in the given ratio. Now this time what can be the question? We have to find the ratio. The coordinates of point P would already be given to you and the end points are given. You have to find the ratio in which that is dividing. So the second question we can say, let's say find the ratio in which line segment with the points minus 3 comma 10 and 6 comma minus 8 is divided by minus 1 comma 6. Now this is the point. So the point is already given. So find the ratio in which the line segment this is divided by the point minus 1 comma 6. Now whenever we have to find the ratio over here and we don't know like whether it is an internal division or external division. So we have to do it very carefully. In objective type question, they might ask you like it is dividing in the ratio, but whether it is internally or externally. So how we are going to check that one. So first we will do with some assumption. So let assume that it divides internally. So if my assumption is internally and if I am getting answer opposite to what I have assumed, then it means it was dividing externally. So let me tell you how we can do that one, how we can interpret whether our assumption is right or wrong. So first I have assumed that it is dividing internally. Now in order to assume the ratio, now you know the ratio is m ratio n, but we are having only single equation. So in single equation and we have two variables, so we are not able to solve them exactly. So what we will do, in place of the ratio is m ratio n, so I will write this m ratio n as dividing the complete ratio by n. So this will become m upon n ratio 1, and this m upon n, I will substitute this by another variable which is k ratio 1. So in all the questions in which I have to find the ratio in which the line is getting divided, I will always assume the ratio as k ratio 1 because it is only one variable would be there. So now let us, this is dividing in the ratio k ratio 1. So let us draw this diagrammatically. This is minus 3 comma 10 on the left side, 6 comma minus 8 on the right side. There is point which is minus 1 comma 6 and ratio is k ratio 1. Now how we can relate that one? The x coordinate of point P, let's say this is A, this is B and this is P. So x coordinate of point P which is minus 1, that is equal to left side ratio multiplied by the right side x value. So k multiplied by the 6 which is 6k plus 1 multiplied by minus 3 over k plus 1. And the y coordinate we can also equate. Y coordinate of point P is 6. That would be equal to left ratio multiplied by the right side y value. So k multiplied by minus 8 which is minus 8k and this 1 multiplied by 10 which is 10 over k plus 1. Now we have to, either you can solve for the first one or the second one, both will give you the same value for k. So let us do the cross multiplication. So it is minus 1 multiplied by this thing, that will become minus k minus 1 and this is 6k minus 3. I can take this 3 on the left hand side, so this will become 3 minus 1 is equal to 6k plus k. So 3 minus 1 is 2 is equal to 7k and k is equal to 2 by 7. Now since the value of k is 2 by 7, so we can say it is dividing in the ratio of 2 by 7 ratio 1, and again if we convert it into the standard ratio, that would become 2 ratio 7, again multiplying it by the 7, the complete equation. So 2 ratio 7 is the answer. Now see, we are getting the ratio as positive. So whatever we have assumed initially, that is the correct answer. Like we have assumed that it is dividing internally, and since we are getting the ratio as positive also, then it means our assumption was right, it is the internal division. But suppose what will happen if it contradicts? Suppose we have assumed that it is dividing internally, but the ratio you are getting which is as negative, it means your assumption was wrong. It means whatever you have assumed, that is not right. So it means it is the opposite case. So if you are assuming internally and you are getting ratio as negative, it means originally it is external division. And if you are assuming external division and you are getting ratio as negative, it means it is internal division. But if you have assumed internally, ratio is positive, it means it is obvious internal. If you have assumed external division, answer is positive itself, then it means it is external division. So I have solved this entire question using the coordinates for x only. You can also solve it for y also. Like I have written over here, y, cross multiply 6k plus 6, that is equal to minus 8k plus 10. Take this 8k on the left hand side, so 6k plus 8k is equal to 10 minus 6, 14k is equal to 4, k is equal to 2 upon 7. So either you can go for the x coordinate or you can go for the y coordinate, both are same. So this is the way in which we can do it. Is this clear to all of you? How we can find the ratio? Always assume the ratio has to be k ratio 1 and then use the section formula again. Just give me your responses. Is this question clear? Shillong, Sisipur, Presidency, Kohima, Tetso, Senapati. Is this concept clear? Is this question? Okay, that's great. Shillong Center. Presidency, Senapati. What about you? Is this clear? Okay, thanks Kohima. Presidency, Senapati. Just give your responses quick, yes or no, so that I'll, I'll know that whether you are getting it and we can proceed next. Thanks, Sisipur. Okay, that's great. And Senapati, you are left. Your response. Now, this second question. Find ratio. That's great. So, these types of responses I want from you people. Quick responses. Whether you got it or not, just say yes or no. Okay, so next question. Find the ratio in which the line segment, find the ratio in which line segment joining the points A is 1 comma minus 5, B is minus 4 comma 5, is divided by the x-axis. Also find coordinate of point of division. Now, first of all, we have to understand like what this question is saying. It is saying that there is a line segment having the endpoints A and B, and the A having the coordinates 1 comma minus 5 and B is having the coordinate minus 4 comma 5. So we have to find the ratio in which that line segment is getting divided by the x-axis. The x-axis is dividing that line segment. And we also have to find the coordinate of that point of division. So basically, and all of you know this basic property that on the x-axis, any point on the x-axis, it will have y coordinate as 0, and any point on the y-axis, it will have x coordinate 0. So if these are our axes, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. So it might be like this. So A 1 comma minus 5, 1 comma minus 5 will be x positive, y negative, fourth quadrant. Let's say it is over here. And B is x negative, y positive. It might be over here. At somewhere at this point, let's say here. So now if we join this A and B like this, so now this x-axis, this is x-axis is lying in between them. At this point, this x-axis is dividing the AB into two parts, which is, let's say this point is P. So this point P is lying on the x-axis, or you can say this x-axis is dividing this AB into two parts, which is BP and AP. So we have to find the ratio of that one, and we also have to find the coordinates of point P. This is the question. Now the major hint over here is given that point P is lying on the x-axis. If point P is lying on the x-axis, it means the y coordinate of point P is going to be 0, right? So for using the section formula, we can figure out the coordinates of point P. So again, since I have discussed in the previous question, since we are finding the ratio, so we will assume, let's say the ratio is k is to 1. This is the ratio. So k on this side, let's say, and 1 on this side. Now, in order to get the coordinates of point P, so coordinates of point P would be x coordinate. So k, and let's write it over here also, 1 comma minus 5, and this one is minus 4 comma 5. So k, which is on the left side of P, multiply by the right side x value. So k multiply by 1 plus 1 multiply by minus 4 over sum of ratio, which is k plus 1. Similarly, for y coordinate of point P, k multiply by the right side y value, which is minus 5, plus 1 multiply by left side y value, which is 5 over k plus 1. So this is the coordinates of P, the x coordinate and y coordinate. Now how we can find the value for k? The hint over here is divided by the x-axis. So since point P is lying on the x-axis, so it means its y coordinate is 0. So you can write this thing, since P is on x-axis, therefore y coordinate is 0. So you just equate this y coordinate of point P 0. So this thing should be equal to 0. So minus 5k plus 5 over k plus 1, that is equal to 0. It implies that minus 5k plus 5 equal to 0. It means k is going to be 1. So if k is 1, then ratio would be 1:1. So the k is 1 we are getting, therefore ratio is 1:1. And this is the ratio. Second thing we have to find, also we have to find the coordinates of point of intersection. It means the coordinate of point P. So after getting the value of k, you can substitute the value of k in the P function. So in the P you will continue, if you substitute k over here, so it is 5 times 1 minus 4 over 1 plus 1, 5 times, and this y coordinate is already 0. Oh sorry, k we have to put 1, then only it will be 0. So now you can check, 5 minus 4 is 1, so it is 1/2 comma 0. So this is the coordinate of point P. So two parts are there in this question, finding the ratio in which it is getting divided by the x-axis and the point of intersection. So point of intersection is half comma 0 and the ratio is 1:1. So is it clear to all of you? Okay, thank you, Sisipur. Quickly, all the centers, please give me quick responses, yes or no. Okay. Very good. Presidency, Tetso. Presidency, Tetso and Senapati. Your responses, please. Okay. The second part. Second part of the question says, also find the coordinate of point of division. That point which is dividing this line segment, which is the point P over here, we have to find the coordinate of point P. So coordinate of point P, you know that P is lying on the x-axis. It means its y coordinate is going to be definitely 0. Only we have to find the x coordinate. Now we have already written the coordinates of point P over here in terms of k. So from the first part, after getting the value of k as 1, we just have to substitute it in the function. So in place of this k, I have substituted 1. So one second, k is 1, sorry, k we have to put 1 over here. This is 1 minus 4, which is minus 3/2. Yeah. This was the mistake, sorry, it's my mistake. I have substituted 5 in place of 1. So k is 1. I have put this k as 1. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 by 2, which is equal to minus 3 by 2, and this part is 0. So this is the coordinate of point P. Is this clear now, Senapati? You just have to put the value of k in the coordinate of P. So from there you will get the coordinates of point P, which is the coordinates of the point of division. Is this clear now? Okay, thank you. So now we will take a quick 10 minutes break, and after the break the concepts are covered now, all the concepts. Now we will, after the break, we will do very good questions based on all the concepts we have done so far: area of triangle, distance formula, and the section formula. So let's take a break and then we will start with the questions practice. Okay then. Okay, welcome back, students. So let us start with the questions practice then. Okay, so the first question is, based on the distance formula, find the value of A if distance between 3 comma A and 4 comma 1 is root 10. The first question. Try this. Use the distance formula. Distance is given. Just find the value for A. There might be two answers for the value for A. One minus root 10. No, Shillong Center. That's not right. Just apply the distance formula, and there you might require the quadratic equation. How to solve the quadratic equation? There may be a quadratic equation in this one also, so you need to solve that one also. Sisipur, what you are getting? Presidency, Kohima, Shillong. Tetso College, are you present there? I'm not getting any response from your side. A is 3. No, Shillong. Okay, and let me do this. So distance is root 10. So you already know the distance formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? Now the distance is root 10. So this is root 10. Just substitute. Okay, okay, Tetsu College. Okay, I'm solving this now. Okay, Kohima you are getting 4 and CC4 you are getting 2 minus root 3. Okay, let us check x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1 is 4 minus 3 whole square. y2 minus y1 1 minus a whole square. Now in order to remove the square root on both the side, what we will do? We will do the thing squaring both the side. So when we do squaring on both the side, we will get 10 is equal to 4 minus 3, which is 1 square, plus 1 minus a whole square. Now if you open the square, this is a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab, and this will be 10, and this is 2 over here, so 10 minus 2, that will be 8. So 8 is equal to a square minus 2a, or we can write a square minus 2a minus 8 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. So in order to solve the quadratic equation, we have learned 3 methods. One was the quadratic formula, second one was the factorization, third one was the completing the square. And if you look closely over here, this quadratic equation can be solved by factorizing, because we have to middle term splitting. Basically we have to split this minus 2 into 2 parts such that product should be equal to the product of leading coefficient and the constant term, which is minus 8, and sum should be equal to minus 2. So we can write it like this: a square minus 4a plus 2a minus 8 equal to 0, taking a as common, so a minus 4, taking 2 as common, a minus 4 equal to 0, taking a minus 4 as common, so a minus 4, a plus 2, that is equal to 0. So since we are getting a minus 4 into a plus 2, that is equal to 0, so we can say a is equal to 4 and a is equal to minus 2. So either a is equal to 4 or a is equal to minus 2. Both will give you the same answer. Distance is root 10. So two answers are possible for this one, either 4 or minus 2. So is this clear to all of you, this question? Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's right. Now let us solve the another question. Try this one. The end points of diameter of circle are 4, 3 and 8, 15. Find the coordinates of center and radius of circle. So the end points of the diameter of the circle, there is a complete circle, the end points of the diameter are given. You have to find the coordinate of the center and then you have to find the radius of the circle. So you should know that center of the circle is equidistant from end points of the diameter. So by the section formula, the special case of the section formula, by the midpoint formula. Okay, the hint is over here. Suppose there is a circle. The end point, and you know that diameter passes through the center. This is the diameter. Let's say this is 4,3 and this is 8,15. So this is the center. Let's say this is O. So you have to find the coordinates of O, and you know that when the center is O, so it means the end points of the diameter are at equal distance, which is the radius, or basically you can say that O is dividing the line segment A and B in the ratio of 1:1, or you can also say that O is the midpoint of the diameter, right? And by the midpoint formula, you can apply the midpoint formula. The xy would be x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is the midpoint formula, the special case of the section formula. So now you can find the coordinates of point O. So just substitute x1 plus x2 and y1 plus y2. So center is the midpoint of the diameter. So using the midpoint formula, do it. Yes, CC4, the coordinates of center are right. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay. Six comma 6. Shillong, just take care of the calculation part. x1 plus x2. So 4 plus 8 divided by 2, and y1 plus y2, 3 plus 15 divided by 2. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 15 plus 3 is 18. Yes, 18 divided by 2 is 9. So 6 comma 9 is the coordinate of the center. This is the answer for the first part. Now we also have to find the radius of the circle. Now you know what is radius. Radius is nothing but the distance from the center to the end point. So either you can find the distance OB or OA. Both will give you the same answer as the radius of the circle. So let us say I am finding the distance OB. So that would be equal to square root of x2 minus x1, which is 8 minus 6 whole square plus 15 minus 9 whole square. That would be 8 minus 6 is 2, 2 square is 4, 15 minus 9 is 6, 6 square is 36, which is equal to root 40, and root 40 can be written as we can write root 40 as 4 into 10 or 2 root 10. We can write it like this. So this will be the radius of the circle. All of you got it? Any doubt in this question? Okay, so let us do the next question then. Try this one. It's an easy one based on the distance formula. Which point on x-axis is equidistant? Equidistant means equal distance. So which point on x-axis is equidistant from these 2 points? So there is a point lying on the x-axis. The distance of that point from these 2 points is same. Kohima, you want me to repeat the previous question? All of you note down this question. I am repeating the previous question. Just note down the values for this question. Point on x-axis equidistant from 5, 9 and minus 4, 6. So, Kohima, this was the question, like end points of the diameter were given. You can see this is 4, 3 and this is 8, 15. So, diameter end points are there. So, we have to find the coordinates of the center of the circle and then we have to find the radius of the circle. So, one basic thing you should know that the center of the circle is equidistant from the end points of the diameter. The endpoints are this A and this B. Since it is equidistant, it means it will divide this AB in the ratio of 1:1, or basically we can say O is the midpoint of AB. So according to the midpoint formula, this is the midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So we will place x1 and x2. So x1 is 4, x2 is 8. So 4 plus 8 divided by 2. Similarly 3 plus 15 divided by 2. So on simplifying we are getting 6, 9. So 6, 9 is the coordinate of the center of the circle. This is the first answer. Second one was find the radius of the circle. And you know radius is the distance from the center to the end point of circle. So either you can find OB or you can find OA. So I have find OB. So OB according to the distance formula, x2 minus x1. So 8 minus 6 whole square plus 15 minus 9 whole square. On simplifying we are getting root 40 and root 40 can be written as 4 into 10. 4 will come out of the root, it will become 2 root 10. Getting it, Kohima? Okay, so all of you now focus on this one. Point on x-axis equidistant from these 2 points 5, 9 and minus 4, 6. Sisipur, that is not the right answer. Now the hint for this question is, point is on the x-axis. It means the y-coordinate of that point is definitely going to be 0. So you can take the point as, let's say A is on the x-axis. So the general coordinates of the A would be x comma 0. The y value is going to be 0 since point A is lying on the x-axis. So it is x comma 0. And let's name them these 2 points as B and C. So what it's saying, A is equidistant from B and C. So you can say AB is equal to AC. This thing you have to do. So write down the distance formula on both the sides and solve it then. No, minus 27 is not the correct answer, Shillong. CC4, are you getting it? Okay, let me solve this for you. AB is equal to AC. So you know that when we are going to write AB, there will be a square root sign. So in the starting, I am doing the squaring on both the side. So AB square is equal to AC square. So now the square root sign will not be there. So AB, so it is x2 minus x1. So x minus 5 whole square plus 0 minus 9 whole square, that is equal to AC, x minus of minus 4, which is x plus 4 whole square, plus 0 minus 6 whole square. This is the equation. Now we have to solve this one. So opening x minus 5 whole square by a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab plus 81. And 9 square is 81. Similarly over here, a square plus b square plus 2ab and 6 square is 36. Now we just have to simplify. We can see that x square and x square will get cancelled out from both the side. Here it is, take this x on the left hand side and all the numbers on the right hand side. So this 8x will be on the left hand side. So minus 10x minus 8x. On the right hand side we have 16 plus 36 minus 25 and minus 81. So 36 and 36 minus 25, that is going to be 11. This part is 11. 11 and 16 that is nothing but 27, and 27 minus 81, 27 minus 81 is minus 54, and here we are getting minus 18x. So x would be equal to minus 54 over minus 18, which is 3. So the point on the x-axis is nothing but 3, 0. This is the point. This is the way in which this question has to be solved. So 3, 0 is the final answer. Any doubt? Is this clear to all of you? Now Sisipur, you got your point. Where were you doing wrong? Rest other, please give your responses fast. Okay. Now, one type of question which we have just discussed recently, find points of trisection. Trisection means dividing in 3 equal parts of line segment joining 2, minus 2 and minus 7, 4. Point of trisection. Sorry. So, you know how to do the point of trisection. We have just discussed this question recently. Do it. So Sisipur minus 1 comma 0, that is right. Next word should be minus 4 comma 2. Check your answer once again. Is it minus 4 or comma 2? Yes, Kohima, the answer is right. Minus 1 comma 0 and minus 4 comma 2. The correct answer is minus 1 comma 0 and minus 4 comma 2. Shillong Presidency, and those who have done this one, try this. That's right. Three consecutive vertices of a parallelogram are these. Find fourth vertex. The three consecutive vertices. There is a parallelogram. Three consecutive vertices are this one. We have to find the fourth vertex. Try to do this one. Which property you will use of the parallelogram? To solve this question correctly, you should know what are the properties of the parallelogram. Or let me give you the hint which property you are going to use in this one. The property which you are going to use in this one is that diagonal of parallelogram bisects each other. Using this property, you have to solve this one. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. No, 1 comma 0. Senapati, the answer is minus 1 comma 0 for that one, not 1 comma 0. That's right, Shillong. Anybody got the answer for question number 5? Sisipur, 1, 4 is not the correct answer. Yes, 1, 2 is the correct answer. Which concept you have applied? Just give me a hint. Right. Okay, very good. All of you are getting the same answer this time. That's great. Now try this one. If ABC are the vertices of triangle ABC, find length of median through A. What is the length of the median which is passing through A? And I hope you know the meaning for the median. Median is a line segment which join the vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. Okay, you want the diagram. Okay, Kohima. I'm solving, all of you note down this question number 6. I'm solving the question number 5 once. Consecutive vertices of parallelogram are this. So Kohima, you have to draw it like this. So consecutive vertices -2, -1, 1, 0, 4, 3. Let's say the fourth vertex is x, y. Now I have given you the hint that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. It means the midpoint of both the diagonals is same. This diagonal and this diagonal, they are meeting at this point. So since they bisect each other, it means this part is equal to this part and this part is equal to this part. So since they are bisecting each other, it means the midpoint of both the diagonals is same. So you have to equate the midpoint of both of them. So if I name them as A, B, C and D, so midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. So midpoint of AC is nothing but the average of the coordinate. So the midpoint of AC is x1 plus x2. So -2 plus 4 divided by 2 and -1 plus 3 divided by 2. This is for AC. And BD, the coordinate for BD is 1 plus x divided by 2, comma 0 plus y divided by 2. Right? So -2 plus 4 divided by 2 and -1 plus 3 divided by 2, 1 plus x divided by 2, 0 plus y divided by 2. So now you can simplify this one. If you simplify this one, 4 minus 2 which is 2, so 2 upon 2 which is 1, 3 minus 1 which is 2 upon 2 is 1, that is equal to 1 plus x over 2 and y by 2. So only what we have to do, we have to equate the x coordinates and y coordinates. So if you are going to equate the x coordinates, you will get 1 is equal to 1 plus x by 2. So from here you will get x is equal to 1. And if you are going to equate the y coordinate, you will get 1 is equal to y upon 2. So y is equal to 2. So 1 comma 2 is the correct answer. So I hope you got it. 1 comma 2, Kohima Center. And in this question, it is the median. So this is the triangle ABC. Coordinates, so midpoint, median through A means like this. So let's say AD is the median. If AD is the median, according to the definition of the median, D is the midpoint of BC. So B is 1 comma minus 1, C is 5 comma 1, A is minus 1 comma 3. So the value coordinates of D would be midpoint of BC. Midpoint means adding x1 plus x2 by 2, 1 plus 5 divided by 2, comma minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So now the value for the coordinates for A are minus 1 comma 3, the coordinates of D are 1 plus 5, which is 6 upon 2, which is 3, and this would be 0. So now the coordinates of A and coordinates of D both are given to you. You just have to find the length of AD using the distance formula. So AD would be equal to square root of minus 1 minus 3 whole square, which is x1 minus x2 whole square, plus 3 minus 0 whole square. So minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Minus 4 whole square is 16. And 3 square is 9. This would be root 25, and this is going to be 5. So the length of the median through A is 5. I hope all of you got this point. And please ask the doubt on the WhatsApp group also. I'll be very happy to help you out. You don't ask the doubts. I will wait for your doubts today on this coordinate geometry. Okay then students, then we will continue then in the next class. That's all for today. And either we are going to start the new topic in the next class, or we will do a quick revision of this coordinate geometry. There are some more good questions in that one, or from the trigonometry also. We will do a combined revision of that one, or else we are going to start the new chapter. We will see. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Bye.